No experience, no problem. My name is Caio Sampaio. I'm a career expert and certified professional resume writer, and I'm here to show you how to make a resume with no experience. After all, it is perfectly possible to create a resume that will get recruiters eager to call you, even if you lack experience, so long as you use the Zety Resume Builder. It's an online tool that gives you tips tailored to the job you want, and it breaks the resume writing process into easy digestible steps, allowing you to make a good resume with no experience that looks like this. This is a fictional resume example of how to make a resume with no work experience. It's organized and eye-catching, and it highlights the accomplishments and skills of these candidates, being sure to impress recruiters. And to create something similar, you just need to visit Zety.com. Then you click Try a Resume Builder. Now click Create Your Resume Now. And now the Zety Resume Builder will ask you a few questions to provide you an experience tailored to your needs. So for how long have you been working? Let's choose no experience. And are you a student? The person from the sample resume I showed you was one, so let's say yes here. And what education level are you pursuing? Well, the resume sample I showed you includes a bachelor's degree, so let's choose that here as well. And now the Zety Resume Builder will share with you some suggestions of resume templates that suit your professional needs. Regardless of the ones you choose, you can change its font, color, and more. And regardless of what you create, the results will always be ATS friendly. So let's pick the resume with no job experience that I used in the sample you just saw. Now you have two options. You can either upload a resume with no experience or make one from scratch, which is what we're going to do in this video. With that out of the way, it's time to actually start adding information to your resume with no work experience, starting with your contact information. Just add your name, title, phone number, and email. There's no need for more than that unless the job ad asks you for some additional piece of information. And it's time to talk about the most important part of how to make a resume for a first job with no experience. Because since you lack experience, you must ensure your education will shine. So let's see how to do that. First, you need to provide the information you see here. Pretty simple, but the cool stuff is at the bottom here. To make your education section stand out, you need to share some more information about it. This candidate here, for example, included relevant coursework and one academic achievement. If you are unsure what to add, you can use the suggestions that the Zety Resume Builder shares on the left. And now you pretty much do the same thing for all of your other education parts. It's recommended that you include your two most recent degrees, and in the case of our fictional candidate, that includes his high school degree. And once you've done that, we can move on to the next part. And now the Zety Resume Builder needs to know why you wish to make a resume with no job experience. Let's assume you're seeking your first job, which brings us to your work experience. And I understand it can feel a bit weird to talk about that when you want to learn how to make a good resume with no experience, but hear me out. Maybe you have more experience than you imagine. After all, experience isn't just about working a full-time job. Things like this that you can see on your screen right here can be experience as well, like internships, tutoring, or volunteer work. All of that can count as experience if they allowed you to develop important skills for the job that you want. So now you just need to add this information to the Zety Resume Builder by filling in the fields that you see right here on your screen. Then you can add some bullet points with your main accomplishments. Be sure to tailor them to the job that you want for maximum impact. If you still don't know what to include here to impress recruiters, just read the suggestions on your left. They were all written by certified professional resume writers. If you still need more help, however, that's fine. You can come up here and click Tips to see more advice that will help ensure your resume with no experience will be absolutely perfect. And if you would like to read more insights on how to make a resume with no experience, feel free to read our full article on the subject, written by a certified professional resume writer. The link will be in the description below. And now that we have discussed your experience, it's time to talk about your skills. And they can either make or break your resume. But thankfully, the Zety Resume Builder shares some suggestions of useful skills based on what you've entered in the previous topics. You can also see many more suggestions and create a list with up to 12 skills. Then you can grade them from 0 to 5. So you've shared your education, experience, and skills. Now it's time for you to put all that together into a resume summary. It's a little paragraph at the beginning of a resume, and you can use it to convince recruiters to read yours. And just like with the skills, the Zety Resume Builder uses all the information you've input so far to create an engaging resume summary with no experience. And you can generate up to 5 versions of their summary. Or if you prefer, you can see the suggestions to your left and adjust them to your needs. And speaking of your needs, something you definitely need is adding some bonus sections to your resume to ensure you will boost your chances of landing that dream job. The sample resume with no experience that I showed you included certifications, languages, and interests. And then you fill out the information needed about these bonus sections. That's pretty easy, as you can see here. You just need to provide the information that the Zety Resume Builder asks from you. And there you go. And now we have finished your resume, which means one thing. You've just created a resume that features the smart applied technology that optimizes your resume to ensure it will rank higher than those of other candidates in the filters that recruiters use to select and rank candidates. And now that we have reached the final step of the process, which is making any final tweaks to your resume. Here you can change its layout, fonts, and even change the templates. Once everything looks good, just click Finish to download your resume as a PDF. And there you go. Do you have any questions on how to make a resume with no experience? Let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found our video to be useful. Take care, and until next time. Bye-bye.